What's going on, folks? I am Goat, and welcome to the breakdown, right? Our weekly assessment of the NFL as we go, as we know. So, we're just going to dig into this, okay? First of all, I'm just going to put it out there. Thanks to the any given fucking day of football, there's something on my glasses. Yes, I have a dot. Anyway, thanks to the whole any given day of football and any fucking team can kind of do anything, went 9-5 this week on my picks, and we're going to dig right into it. Yeah, it's rough. Okay, so first and foremost, Titans at Packers. And actually, I'm going to move a game. That way they're in order. Okay. So let's just start it out, right? So first game, Titans at Packers. Titans took this one as I figured they would. The Packers defense just did not do well enough at all, and their offense just still looks out of sync. So they won last week. Okay. Everybody has a fluke. The Lions have a fluke, you know. The Bears have a fluke. Hell, even the Texans have a fluke here and there. I mean, there are just games where you look at it and you go, I don't know how the fuck that happened, but all right. Yeah, Titans took this one 27-17 over the Packers. Packers just look rough. It's hard to say, man, because I like the Packers, but the Packers look rough. So, into the next game. Bears at Falcons. I actually chose Bears to do this one because the Falcons have been exceptionally weak against the fucking run, and they did just enough. I mean, they shored up just enough to get the win, and it was close. Bears lost this one 24-27 to the Falcons. You know, again, this comes down to the supporting cast on the Bears. I think if the Bears would just fucking fix the supporting cast around Justin Fields, give my cat. Give a realistic offensive line to Justin Fields and, just really, really, truly shore up that defense. I think the Bears can really be a contender, but as of right now, I mean, they're one step off of a rebuild again. Just saying. So, yeah, Falcons won 27-24 over the Bears. Next game, Eagles at Colts. Absolutely no surprise except for the fucking score. What the fuck? It's like Jeff Saturday got on his fucking team, and there are so many of the normal analysts out there that are just so butthurt about Jeff Saturday becoming the coach of the Colts, and it is what it is. He's an interim coach. There's really no Rooney Rule or any of that crap going around for interim coaches. And like, I hear the argument of, why not use the coaches that were already on there? Well, the team was shit as it sat. The team was just underperforming and underwhelming in every fucking way. And the Colts, as they looked last season and even the season before, were just like right on that precipice of pretty fucking good. And then this season they come in, again, another new quarterback, 4 years, 4 quarterbacks. Yeah, rough, absolutely rough. What killed me though is that the Eagles just couldn't seem to get shit going. They go against a team that's starting to try to shore their shit up, and the Eagles barely won this game 17-16. And they were behind the majority of the fucking game, which is just funny as hell to me. So, yeah, Eagles won the game as I thought they would, but I was not expecting I wasn't expecting the score to be this close, but then again, I've been saying it for a hot fucking minute that I wanted to see the Eagles go against a team, a good team. And I think that the Colts at their core are a good team. I just think that they have just been so out of sync this season. And no, I don't blame Frank Reich. Okay, like a lot of people will blame Frank Reich for, the problems with the team. And truthfully, like, I don't think Frank Reich ever really got like a real shot with the Colts because, it's like I said, I mean, he was into his 5th season on his 5th quarterback. Okay. He starts out as their head coach, as their actual head coach with Andrew Luck, and Andrew Luck retires and they get Jacoby Brissett. That didn't go so well. Then, They get Phillip Rivers. So now we're on to quarterback number 3, Phillip Rivers. That was 2 years ago. Last year, Carson Wentz. This year, Matt Ryan. So we're 5 quarterbacks, 5 seasons. And the poor guy didn't even make it to the midpoint of the season. Granted, close, but not quite. I don't think he ever really got a fair shake because it was just like the team just didn't know what the fuck to do when Andrew Luck retired. They just didn't. Change in coaching, change in mentality, and all of a sudden the Colts are trying to shore up and show that they're better than what they are. And as soon as they do that, the Eagles go against a team that's got something to prove and damn near got their butts kicked. Odd, man. I don't know where the Eagles sit right now. They're a good team. They really are. But they've got some deficiencies that have been hidden by a really weak schedule. So, that's that. Next game, Jets at Patriots. Now, I chose the Jets to win this one, and holy Jesus Christ. Man, was I wrong. Oh my God, was I wrong. I think Robert Saleh said it best in his post-game interview, that it was horseshit offense or something to that effect. It was terrible. Absolutely terrible. And Zach Wilson has no accountability whatsoever. None. I mean, fucking none. Zach Wilson's post-game interview, they actually asked him because the defense looks amazing. Okay, they held the fucking Patriots offense, which again isn't that much of a fucking thing, but held the Patriots all the way through this entire game to a fucking field goal. Okay, and then the Patriots literally got a punt return it's a punt return or a kickoff return. I want to say it was a punt return for a go ahead fucking winning touchdown. So, but there's so many things that I question about Zach Wilson. And I think at this point, Zach Wilson, somebody's got to put a pin in that fucking cushion. Zach Wilson needs to grow the fuck up. And for right now, he absolutely deserves to be a backup. You can tell that there's no trust with that team with Zach Wilson, period. It's just not. He looks like a fucking high school quarterback out there playing NFL. But he's got this entitlement complex. It seems like whenever games go bad, that it's not his fault. And I'm sorry, his performance, let's just look at the Jets Patriots. He was 9 of 22 for 77 fucking yards. Nine of 22 for 77 yards. What the fuck you say about that? Other than what the fuck? Zach Wilson is the reason why that team couldn't get shit done. Poor choices with passing. Granted, no interceptions, but him hanging onto the ball and trying to do athletic shit when he's just not got the size for it. I'm sorry, he just doesn't. He doesn't really, personally, in my opinion, watching that guy try to scurry about and move around, I don't think he's got the personal physical prowess to really kind of do it. He's definitely more of a pocket passer, but the problem is he doesn't even retain the skill to be able to do the reads to be a pocket passer. So, I mean, they need to bench this dude bad because there's obviously no trust. As soon as they let this dude loose, they lose games. So, I don't know. It's rough. Patriots beat him 10-3, though. Yeah, that's a fucking humdinger, isn't it? I need a drink. Next game, Commanders at Texans. Absolutely no surprise to this game whatsoever. 23-10 Commanders over the Texans. That simple. End of story. Move on. Rams at the Saints. I called the Saints to win this one. Guess what? They did. 27-20 over the Rams. The Saints fucking showed up on offense. That's what happened. The Saints had a very good game offensively. It's something they really haven't had this season, is a very good offensive showing. That's it. Next game, Browns at Bills. Absolutely no shocker. Here's the deal. Okay, Josh Allen's first year, very mistake prone. Really kind of getting into the NFL scheme of things. So his first year, just like many other first year quarterbacks, like rookies, it's kind of hard to really hold them accountable, especially when they start right off the get, because there's a massive learning curve. Okay, there really is. There's a massive learning curve. So if you take Josh Allen's first season out of the equation, right? He's in his 4th season now? Fourth or fifth? I think it's fourth. I think it was 2007, 2016 or 17 when he came in the league. Whatever it was. But I want to say this is fourth. Either way, his last 2 seasons, he's been very good. He's had a couple of off games here and there, but he's been very good. Thus far this season, he's had a couple of off games. He has literally no goddamn offensive coordinator coaching support whatsoever on this team. Like, it's just, this is literally Josh Allen going, well, we got to get this fucking done, so we're just going to figure the fuck out on the fly. That's what Josh Allen is doing. Because the play calling is not supporting the man whatsoever. It's very much like, kind of like the Bears, you know, except he's got a supporting cast to where Justin Fields does not. So at least with Josh Allen, he's got a supporting cast that's there and kind of understand him, to where with Justin Fields, he's got one good receiver, no good O-line. He's got a decent running back, you know, and with the Bills, I think Singletary is actually a very good running back, and I think he's highly underutilized. So I think Josh Allen is just peeling away and doing whatever he instinctively feels he needs to do. I think if they fix the offensive coordinator position and actually work the play calling to actually fit Josh Allen's style, I think the Bills could be an unstoppable force. Right now, I think they're hit or miss. I really do. I really do. They're very good. They really are. The Bills are very good. But right now they're hit or miss. So, but they did beat the Browns 31-23. So there's that. The Ravens, pretty much exactly what I expected. Ravens 13-3. I mean, they don't have to do a lot because the defense just fucking owned the Panthers. Lions at Giants. Wow. I chose Giants to win this game because honestly, their defense has actually been looking really good. Not so much in this game because the Lions have actually had a really good offense and an atrocious defense. And for some reason, the Lions defense just kind of woke the fuck up this week and went, nah, not today. Lions beat this game 31-18. Giants offense just looked rough. I mean, how else do you put it? Next game. This is for me talking shit, apparently. Raiders at Broncos. Snooze fest with a rapid fire ending. That's exactly what this game was. Snooze fest with a rapid fire ending. This was a game that you could have literally just missed the first 3 quarters and not given a fuck, because the fourth quarter was the only part of the game that really truly mattered. It was boring as fuck to watch. I mean, Devontae Adams went the fuck off on the Broncos. Raiders won this game 22-16. Honestly, nothing to really boast about aside from the Raiders are now in 3rd place instead of 4th. But that puts the Broncos in 4th. Absolute shocker of the week for me. Cowboys at Vikings. Like, I wanted to say that the Jets and the Patriots was a big shocker for me, but Zach Wilson's the quarterback, so I'm not shocked. They let him do what he does, and he did it poorly. It is what it is. The big shocker is that you've got the very stout Minnesota Vikings. They do have some holes. They've got some problems, obviously. They have a very powerful offense. They've got kind of a mediocre to good defense. And then you've got the Cowboys with a mediocre to good offense and a really, really stout defense. So this was like a match made in heaven kind of game. And I honestly assumed this was going to be a pretty close game. And god damn, was I wrong. A couple of fucking injuries on the O-line, and it was a complete O-line meltdown. Cowboys whipped the piss out of the Vikings 40-3. God damn, son. That's a beating. Like, I think Kirk Cousins got sacked 7 fucking times in this one game alone. I mean, you got to give the dude time to play. You can't even put this on Kirk Cousins. He just got blown the fuck up. He got rushed all over the place. He got fucking just pressured the entire fucking game. Got sacked 7 fucking times. I mean, what do you expect from the guy? The O-line just did nothing. And the defense sure as hell didn't do shit because the Cowboys putting up 40 on them. Holy crap. Damn. Next game, Bengals at Steelers. Surprisingly, I said, I chose the Bengals to win this game, so it's not a surprise. The surprise for me is honestly the Bengals defense. The Bengals defense looked very poor in this game. I mean, the fact that they allowed the Steelers to put up 30 fucking points on them, that's a disturbing fucking thing. I know it's a fucking, it's a divisional game for them, so divisional games are always weird. I say that all the time. But for the Steelers to come in with a really, really shaky offense, it just needs more time to gel and to get a couple of pieces sorted out, get some guys back from injury and things like that. I mean, to allow the Steelers, when they're coming in shaky like a fucking leaf getting ready to fall off a tree like this, and to come up and put 30 on your ass, oh, rough. That being said, Bengals won the game 37-30. So the Bengals defense is my concern with this game, not the offense. The offense actually looked pretty good. They just had to stay ahead. Another divisional game, Chiefs at Chargers. I'm questioning if there's a bonus for the NFL referees this season. For any team that's supposed to be good, if there's like a bonus for the refs to just basically just start throwing random ass flags and making random ass calls, because honestly, I've had so many people I know that root for other teams that are even going, dude, what the fuck are they calling on the Chiefs? This is stupid. Yeah, there was, some obvious shit there. But there were some very highly questionable calls that were made in this game. Again, Chiefs persevered regardless. They were down, and then they were up, and then they were down. It was just a back and forth divisional game, very much like the Chiefs and the Chargers always do. And Chiefs ended up finishing out the game with a minute 31 left in the game, and drove down the fucking field, got a touchdown. Kelsey is the ultimate Charger killer. I mean, he really is. He just loves doing walk-offs on them. And they beat the Chargers at the end 30-27 because Justin Herbert threw a really, really ill-advised fucking pass towards Keenan Allen in a double coverage with a fucking safety underneath Keenan Allen. And that thing got dinged up in the air, and Nick Bolton just came sliding in and grabbed that ball. I did say that this game would be close because I just know how these two teams play each other. They always play hard. But see, people are talking about, all the injuries on the Chargers, right? The Chiefs came into this game, still missing one of their nose tackles. One of their offensive linemen was injured, but playing. Juju Smith-Schuster out on concussion protocol. McCole Hardman is on IR. So two of their top wide receivers were already out. Excuse me. Two defenders were out. Yep, two defenders were out. No bueno. And yeah. And then MVS came in, a little dinged up, but good to play, right? So they go into this game, they lose Tony. So then Sky Moore has to step up. They're just rotating guys into the game. Granted, Clyde Edwards-Helaire didn't touch the ball very much because Pacheco is becoming an absolute fiend with the fucking ball. But Clyde Edwards-Helaire gets fucking injured, so he's got a calf injury or a high ankle sprain, I think they said. So he could be out for a minute, which I don't think is really going to hurt him. I really don't, because they've got Ronald Jones that they could bring up if they want to, but McKinnon's all fucking beat to shit. Everybody talks about how beat up the Chargers are, and I get that, but at the same time, so are the Chiefs. And the Chiefs are just finding ways to get it done, and the Chargers are just finding ways to kind of botch it. They've been trying to keep it close, but not in this one. They fought, and I'll give them fucking all the credit in the world that they fought their asses off trying to get that game. Just didn't quite have enough. So I don't want to keep hearing the argument about they're overwhelmed with injuries right now. Get over it. So are the Chiefs. The Chiefs just know how to build for depth. Last game. Didn't assume this was going to be close unless Kyler Murray was even in the game. And even then, I didn't think it was going to be close because I think San Francisco's defense is just a little bit too stout for Kyler Murray to really just stand up to. The 49ers have had a really good record against the Cardinals. Overall, they've kind of owned Kyler Murray's mental state. So, but having Colt McCoy in there as a starting quarterback, not good. So 49ers at Cardinals. 49ers win the game 38-10. Basically the Cardinals walked into that stadium and they were already beat with Colt McCoy as their starting quarterback. Sorry. That's just the truth. So week 12 picks. Got Cowboys at Giants. If the Cowboys can show up like they did this week against the Vikings and they go against the fucking Giants, I'm going to go Cowboys on this. But this being a divisional game, I'm probably going to be fucking wrong. We'll own it. But I'm picking Cowboys. Patriots at Vikings. Another really, really stout defense, but I don't think the Vikings are going to go down 2 weeks in a row to two very powerful defenses. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring affair per se. But I don't think that the Vikings are going to allow themselves to be beaten that fucking badly. Not 2 weeks in a row. I think the Vikings will beat the Patriots. Texans at Dolphins. We are definitely going Dolphins on that one. I don't think the Texans defense stands a stone's throw chance in hell at even touching what the Dolphins offense can productively do. Here's an interesting one. Bengals at Titans. Titans have an exceptionally stout defense. I mean, very good defense, but they have a very low productivity offense. One of the few things that the Bengals are really not very good at right now, though, is stopping the fucking run, and that's the one thing that the fucking Titans excel at, is running the fucking ball right down your goddamn throat repeatedly. Oh, man. This may sound bonkers. I'm going Titans. I really am. I'm going to go Titans. It's probably a terrible fucking pick, but I'm going to go Titans. It's not that I question the Bengals defense or offense whatsoever. I think that the Bengals offense can put up numbers. I really do. But the Bengals defense is a big fucking question mark against the running game. And yeah, that's like the Titans bread and butter. So Broncos and Panthers. I mean, this is trash on trash. I'm going Panthers. No, hold on. I retract. And the primary reason that I retract is this. Broncos defense. I think the Broncos defense has more than enough to absolutely just beat the bejesus out of the Panthers offense. So I think the Broncos just can live on field goals on this one, which is going to be their bread and butter feast. Jets at Bears. The Jets defense is very fucking good. Their Jets offense is not so good. But if they can just keep Zach Wilson under control or just put him on the fucking bench, I think, a hobo off the fucking street with a good arm can probably play better than Zach Wilson at this fucking point. Just basically scream at him. Just find somebody open and throw the damn thing. Hand the ball off. Will probably be better off that way. I'm going to go Jets in this game. I do think it will be very close. Falcons at Commanders. As much as the Falcons have the potential to be a high-flying offense, I think the Commanders are going to be... It's going to be another close one, I think. But I think the Commanders are going to take this one. Buccaneers at Browns. If the Buccaneers can get their heads out of their butts and actually catch some fucking passes, I think the Buccaneers are going to win that game. Ravens at Jaguars. Although the Jags have the potential to be very good. And the Jags went toe-to-toe with the fucking Chiefs, man. They really did. Here, hold on. The Jaguars... finished out their game last week against the Chiefs, down 27-17. In my personal opinion, right now, the Ravens are not producing as many points or as many explosive plays as the Chiefs have been doing. So if the Jaguars can contain the Chiefs to 27 points, what are they going to contain the Ravens to? Can the Ravens overcome their own path and actually get their defense to stop Trevor Lawrence doing what he's doing? Because Lawrence is actually looking pretty good. Their record is not reflecting it. They've just been shitting the bucket big time in the fourth quarter. But so have the Ravens. I'm going to go for an upset win of the Jaguars over the Ravens. I'm going to eat my words on that one. I can almost guarantee it. I'm going to go for an upset win with the Jags over the Ravens. It's probably a terrible pick. It's worth it, though. Raiders at Seahawks. I'm going to go Seahawks on that one. I just don't think that the Raiders have enough offensive productivity or enough. I'm sorry. I don't think that the Raiders defense has enough productivity to stop a decent offense. I just don't. They have spurts, but I think that the Seahawks defense has more than enough to keep up with the Raiders. Probably going to be another close game. It is what it is. Chargers at Cardinals. I think Chargers are taking that one. Saints at 49ers. I'm going to go 49ers with that one because, honestly, good defense. Rams at Chiefs. I'm going to take Chiefs on that one. Packers at Eagles. Eagles. Steelers at Colts. I'm taking Colts. I really am. I really am. I think the Colts defense has more than enough to control the Steelers offense. And I think that the Steelers defense is going to have their hands full with the Colts offense. Going to be another one of those really, really rugged close games, but I think the Colts will come out on top of that one, surprisingly. So there's my picks. There's me. There's week 11. Let's see how week 12 turns out. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful Thanksgiving, and we'll catch you on the back end of this, all right?